Okay, hello everyone. Today I'm going to explain how to use Oracle SQL Developer. So in the previous week, you may be familiar with the interfaces of Oracle SQL Developer, and if you successfully download it and set up, then you may have connection profile like this. So let me show my connection profile. Okay, so I just want to repeat again because I want you guys to be more familiar with the interface of Oracle SQL Developer. So I set up my connection profile with my username and password and host name and port number SID. So let me connect the database. Then we will have empty SQL editor. So you may think, so what? What I can do with this application? Before start to do some SQL statements, I want to show what objects are included under your account. Okay, so if you expand your account, then you will see different types of objects. So you have view, indexes, and packages, and the other objects. But what you want to mostly focus on, what object you need to focus on is tables. So far you have 11 tables. So let me click just one of the table, employees. If you simply click one table under your account, then you will see columns, and that is a column name and data type of each column. And if it's nullable, that means if no value is allowed for this column or not. Employee's ID, employee name, and phone number, salary, commission percentage, manager ID, and department ID. Those columns are those column allows null value, but last name, email, hire date, job ID is not does not those columns don't allow any null value. Okay, so you can see, you may see the data type, some different data types here: number, voucher 2, date, and let me click on another column. Let's say jobs. Okay, so I have voucher 2 and number, and let me click on another table. Occasion. So okay, so I have different column type, character type, which is sometimes called char. So it is 2 byte. That means the maximum length of the country ID is 2 characters. And if you see the comments, some columns may have comments. Some other columns may not have comments. But in this case, we have comments. That is explanation about each column in this table, which is locations. Okay, so those is just a description about your table, and what data actually what data is actually included in your table is you need to click Data tab. Then you will see actual data, which is stored in this table. You have 23 records, and each record has location ID, street address, port code, city, and state, province, and country ID. So let's practice. Let me go back to employees again. Then if you want to click data tab in any table, then that is a default or not default. It is so let's click columns, and let me click the data tab again. And if you want to select data tab, and if you choose another table, then data tab is automatically selected. Then that means if you click columns, okay, then once you click columns tab, if you choose other table, then columns tab is automatically selected. Let me go to jobs. So columns tab is automatically selected. But what I want to see is actual data for now. So let me go to employees table, and I'm going to click Data tab. Okay, if you click Data tab, you'll see a lot of maybe 107 records. That means there are 107 employees record in this table, and each record has employee ID, first name, last name, email, phone number, hire date, sub ID, salary, and commission percentage, and manager ID and department ID. Some columns like commission percentage and manager IDs are null, such as Stephen King, which is of each employee ID is 100. His he doesn't have any manager ID. That means he doesn't have any boss. It seems like he's a boss of all employees. And he has department ID, which is 90. We don't know what department ID means, but if you click departments table, then you get information what this number means. Let me click departments. Okay, so Stephen King's department ID was 90, and the department name of the department is executive, and there's manager ID 100 and location ID. So manager ID, the information about the manager of that department is, you have to go back to employees again. So executive, department of executive, his manager is 100. Okay, here's the employee ID, right, which is it correspond with the manager ID of the department. Okay, so if you click each table, then you'll see actual data and columns, how this table is organized, and each column has at least one or more columns, and countries table has 3 columns, and let me see employees has 11 columns. So the number of columns and data type of each column, it depends on how you create. Actually I already created, but you need to create your own table later for the later assignments. Okay, so here's the basic information how to use SQL Developer. But what I want you to do for your assignments and for this course is go to editor again. So if you mistakenly close it, then you can stop the editor. Click the SQL button. Then you need to choose OK. But you have to make sure if the connection profile is correspond, you create it here. So I actually have 2 connection profiles. I need to connect as a regular student account, and I also need to log in to administrator account to see if your assignments is completed or not. And also sometimes I need to help some students. They may have some troubles, so I need to figure out what's going on. So for instance, if too many students are connected on database, your session might be frozen. So in this case, I need to kill the session for you to reconnect the database. Okay, anyway, I'm going to choose the connection profile as a regular student, and I'm going to click OK. Then you have another editor. So don't freak out if your editor is closed, distinctly closed. So you can do everything in this editor as long as your privilege is allowed. So let's practice the first query, which is mentioned in chapter 1. So the first query you have seen in the textbook is describe. So here's another tip for SQL Developer. Whenever you type certain query, and if you type right command or statement, then it gives, I'm sorry, in this case I don't have I have a typo here. That is why I don't have help tip. But if you type some correct words, then it gives the code helper gives tips. So let me choose describe. You can select describe, entire text of describe, or you can select, okay, describe. And then what you have to do is hit space key to have blank between your command and object name. What is the object? Those are objects, right? Those are I'm sorry. Those are types of objects. You don't have any object of view. You don't have any object index, but you have 11 objects under as a table under table. So let me type one of the name of the object, which is countries. And then every time what you have to make sure is every time you complete your query, you have to end with semicolon to separate further SQL statements you create later. Okay. So you may see the cursor is blank here, right? And that means your cursor located in the first line. So, and before proceed, normally this is my personal tip, but I want normally to figure out the line number, I hit right button on it and I choose toggle line number. Then you will see line numbers at the left hand side. So that means anyway, go back to cursor. The cursor located in line number 1, and you may see that line is slightly highlighted, so you can easily find out where your cursor located. So to run this statement, what you have to do is click the button run statement or Ctrl Enter key. Okay. Then if you run this statement and if your query doesn't have any error, then your result will be shown at the bottom of the SQL Developer. Okay, let me run this statement. Okay. So that is the result. Script output. That is the result. That statement shows simple information of object, which is countries, and simple information of countries is name of the columns which belong to countries and the type of data type of each column, and also it shows if it is null or not. So do you guys remember when you sell the similar information of this result? Okay, let's go back to countries. Then columns. You will see country ID name and data type and the logo. These comments only shows 3 types of information: name of column, if it's null or not, and data type of this column. But this screen shows more information. What is the data default type of data, and what is the column ID, and what comments are on this column. But again, these comments shows simple information of certain table, and there's another query which shows exactly same result. The comment is disk Okay, let me execute the query again. And every time before run the statement, you have to make sure where the cursor located. So if I click this button for running statement, the second line will be executed. Okay, so I have same result, right? This is first result by this first query, and this is the result by second query. So seems like a describe command and this has same function. What about this car? It shows same result. So there are three commands to show simple information of a certain object. Why there are three same commands? The reason is Oracle merged several some more companies, small databases, and the other databases are merged by Oracle has different commands, although the functions are the same. So those three same commands are residual of the merge and quickness. So, but you just simply think there are three commands, but simply disk is shorter than the other commands, describe, discard. So I prefer you to use disk, DSC. So this is the first query, and in the first chapter 1, and this is a simple explanation how you leverage for the later queries in the later chapters. And also what you have to do for the assignments, what I have to do is generate your query and run the statement and capture the screenshots and paste your query in the Word document and submit it. Okay, let me show the first assignment. Let me explain how you do assignments in the next video clip. Okay, so if you have any questions, then just please email me, or you can call my office, and office number is already given in the syllabus. Okay, thank you for watching the video clip, and I will see you guys in the next video clip. Thank you.